Thank you, everybody. It's great to be here. Al mentioned that 3 of the 4 of us are here tonight. However, it's really not due to the reasons that you said. Ben couldn't be here tonight because his ankle bracelet actually prevents him from going beyond the front yard. There's one in every bunch, I guess. So here we are, honoring my parents, Bill and Evonne, tonight, for reasons that still completely elude me. Of course, Dad's real name is William Williams, a name as creative as his hairstyle. In actuality, here we go. In actuality, he's always had great hair, and it's just so wavy. Whereas Max's has just been waving goodbye. It is an honor to be here tonight. I mean, look around, look at all these friends you both have here. What poor judges of character. Dad was born in 1951 in Ames, Iowa, or some such place. He's always been a remarkable person. Started out as a skinny, foolish, untalented paperboy. Unfortunately, he never lived up to this early promise. He wasn't the greatest student growing up. They say what you don't know won't hurt you. That pretty much makes him invincible. So, of course, it only makes sense that he became an educator. After college, he decided he was tired of living in Villisca, Iowa, so he decided to strike out on his own in the big city. So what did he do? He moved to Byron, Nebraska, a sprawling metropolis of 314 people, a place where he could really make a name for himself. He had many options in those days. He could volunteer, open a clinic, help the underserved. What did William Williams do? He decided to take his knack for drinking and general disruption, open the town's only bar, and turn that dry county into a hotbed for drunks and delinquents. Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking here at the man responsible for introducing the evil rum to the good people of Thayer County, Nebraska. Fair to say, it's not the first time he's had his face on a barroom floor. When he wasn't running his bar, he also found time to serve as the head coach of the local high school girls volleyball team. He was the scourge of every girl's father within a 20-mile radius. Of course, that is how he met my mom. It was the 70s. But how could you turn down a guy like Dad? Look at him. He's got the face of a saint. Bernard. Now, he really is a talented guy. He's got a knack for turning any mundane conversation into a conversation about the honor flights. You guys ever hear those? When we were little, he started a summer parade down our street with all the neighbor kids, and he made himself the Grand Marshal. He even got the local fire department to join. I recall spending countless hours perfecting the decorations on his float so that His Eminence could ride above all of us toddlers. No, self-promotion is definitely not one of his vices. Many, many accomplishments, though. Most of you know that Dad's been giving blood to the Red Cross for nearly 30 years. No one has the heart to tell him that being a Republican can't be transmitted intravenously. Mom has also begun joining him on those blood donations, but she drinks so damn much they just use it to sterilize the instruments. I think my mom's having fun. This morning, however, my mom says to me, "Oh, this is going to be an exciting evening, but don't go by her." She said that on our wedding night. I wish I could have been there when you brought him home to your parents. From what I hear, they really could have been more thrilled. I mean, I guess they thought that you made a wonderful choice for your first husband. My brothers and I are all grown now and scattered across the country, but it's still nice to see our parents once a year, about as often as we saw them as kids. You've heard of helicopter parenting. This was more like space shuttle parenting. Sure, Mom was always working and immersed in her wine bottles to notice too much of us, and what with Dad's prestigious career as a phone card salesman. It was only after we got our first jobs at the age of 7 that we really earned much attention from them. I'm always going to remember the first time that year my dad looked at me and he said, "Son, it's your month to pay the water bill." I'm never going to forget the childhood memories I had with my parents, but I'm hoping that the therapy will eventually work. All that I am, I owe to you guys. Lucky for me, I know a good lawyer. In all seriousness, it's truly an honor to roast the two people I look up to most. The four of us wouldn't be where we are today without you, and I hope you both know that you mean the world to us. Love you guys.
You're just lucky you're done, man. I can't wait for the next one.
Thanks, Brother Tom. The jokes you ripped off YouTube were a real hit. I think I even saw Bob Scudder wake up and laugh at one point. I'm proud to be up here with all of you in this noble cause of saying mean and hurtful things to honor my parents. Yes, in our family we often honor each other with insults. My dad often honors my brother Max by reminding him he was dropped repeatedly as a child. Max returns the favor by asking when Dad's going to swap out his underpants for a pair of Depends. So far, my mom's been getting off pretty easy tonight. Well, no surprise there, she's a saint. You're like a fine wine, only getting better with age. But really, it's very difficult to make fun of Bill's secretary, wife. But you know, Mom, I've always wondered what it's like to hold Dad's coffee cup while he autographs honor flight hats. Mom, one can really only say that your biggest mistake was dating Bill. But you know, you were just a child at the time. And you had to take Dad's class to graduate. But I understand. If there's one thing being named William Williams teaches you, it's how to sell. You could even sell Hal Daub a political future. I don't actually know Hal, but I'm pretty sure my future in Omaha is now ruined. But Bill can sell. I don't know what it is exactly. Glint in his eye, the way he slaps you on the back, the hair. Look at that hair. Look at the way the light just ever so slightly glints right off of it. It has a life of its own. If that thing moves, I'm gonna shoot it. But truly, it's glorious. You're really 66?
That's right, Sammy.
We're like 66 seconds away from asking the entire audience for more money for his next honor flight. What is it this time, Bill? Fake a park ranger? Meter maze? I once asked my parents how they decided to start the honor flights back in 2008. Bill answered, "Son, the best way to look young is to hang out with old people." Now you know why you were all invited. But really, my dad loves honoring service members. Something about a man in uniform just gets them all excited. Not a good time to be a bellhop, I tell you. Mom and Dad, thanks for being such outstanding role models and teaching us by your example what it means to serve others.
Two of them are in trouble. Now let's see what happens to number 3.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Brother Sam.
nice of you to take time off playing your video games to join us tonight. I am Max. I'm the youngest son of Bill and Evonne. I wasn't really sure what to expect from tonight, but when they told me I could spend 5 minutes insulting my parents, I said I'm in. And I want to get something off my chest here. Brother Tom told you that my hair is waving goodbye. What a load of crap. No, it's true. I started losing my hair at the ripe age of 17. Look at that beautiful mop sitting on my head. I used to tell him it looks like he got stuck upside down in a cotton candy machine. Our guests of honor, Mom and Dad. So much material, so little time. I guess I'll begin by telling you the story about how my parents met. Something about a teacher new to the area and a high school girl named Evonne. I tell Dad if he pulled that stunt nowadays, he'd be doing 30 years upstate. I just wonder what the statute of limitations is on that. Most of you know my parents run their nonprofit, Patriotic Productions, full-time out of their home. Mom's office is on one side, and Dad's on the other. And they're always working so hard. This morning, for example, I jumped on my mom's computer to help clean it out like I do every 6 months when I make a visit. And I found Excel spreadsheets, PowerPoints, invoices. Later, I hopped onto my dad's computer, found Fox News, Drudge Report, and half-naked photos of Rush Limbaugh. They told me I only have 5 minutes up here, but do you know how much material I have on this man? I really don't need a script, but it'll keep me on topic. And intermission will be in 20 minutes. Dad always tells me I'm his favorite son. And just like him, I wasn't the greatest student growing up. Mom used to make me go to summer school for a few summers. I always thought that was odd since he can't even read. Most of you here know that my brothers and I were put into the workforce at a fairly young age, 5, 6, 7 years old. But we weren't the only ones trying to make a buck. Here are some of the brilliant ideas William Williams has had over the past couple of years. Selling do-rags to the fine gentlemen in North Omaha, yes, it's true. Setting up plastic cows in people's front yards, remember that? Yeah, I don't know what the purpose was. And who can forget about his seafood endeavor? 2 men and a crab. That's what he called it. I wasn't sure if he was starting a restaurant or making a confession. In all seriousness, it's really an honor to be here tonight. In a world that seems more divided by the day, my parents, along with many in this room, and many who have since passed, have worked to bring us together. There are some things which are true and worth honoring, the ultimate sacrifice being one of them. Their nonprofit and their lives point only to others who have given, bled, and lost. So Mom and Dad, even though you don't like the spotlight, tonight we honor you. And on behalf of my brothers, all whom have worn the uniform of this country, I thank you for all you've done for this country and for those who have fought for her. We love you very much.